what Islam teaches us. If something is going wrong and that is going on and we have to stop, first of all, we learn from Quran and Sunnah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appreciated about Sahaba Ikram in Surah At-Tawbah, ayah number 100, and it says Sabihuna Awwalun, and they are the Sabihun and Awwalun, and they are the foremost runner, and Allah is Razi with them, and Allah is pleased with them. Radiyallahu anhu wa radiyu an. So they are pleased with Allah, and Allah is pleased with them. And the way they follow the Islam, we have to follow exactly how Sahaba Ikram did follow it. Allah's Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I am leaving two things behind me, Quran and Sunnah, and role model is of course Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sahaba Ikram, the way they implemented, and we are following their footsteps. So we learn from different hadith that every person is a shepherd for their flock. A dad is a shepherd for the flock, and a mother is the shepherd for the husband and the children, and the person who is responsible for the country or the place, he's responsible for the whole country and the place. So this is how the things are. But what if somebody is doing wrong? First and foremost, we have to acknowledge it wrong. There's a hadith in which it says, when somebody is doing wrong, think it is wrong in your stop it with your hand, with your mouth, and the least iman will be with the thinking bad about it, doing kariha, hating that thing. So when something is going on wrong, it's like, for example, let's take the example from home. If somebody is doing incorrect salah, namaz, prayer, what you have to do, as soon as they finish, you start yelling at them and saying the things. No, you have to say in a manner they understand, because we want to do Islam, we want to rectify that mistake, we don't want to publicize and humiliate them, isn't it? Islam does not promote that, because we learn from Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when something is going on wrong, like somebody is doing zinakari, doing the fornication, or they are drinking like alcohol and so on and so forth, he wouldn't take the file name, he never mentioned the doer name, he always used to condemn the bad thing, alcohol is bad or interest is bad, the thing which is bad, which is forbidden in Islam. He never took the name of that person. The same way, like when you are saying, okay, you did the salah incorrectly, so what you have to do, saying that and correct way, you have to show them. The same thing for the manhaj and aqidah. Some people, they follow incorrect manhaj and tariqa. That time you have to be really strong and tell them in a nice manner, because sometimes they don't know what is the correct way, they are following wrong, because of that's the way they are doing from generation to generation. And we learn from the different narration, and one of the narration of the hadith that is mentioned in Sahih Muslim and Bukhari, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I take a covenant from you that when the people who will be ruling on you, will come such kind of people, those who are doing wrong, incorrect, munkar things, and they will be doing correct things also. When they do incorrect things, you will hate in your heart, but what you have to do, you have to rectify that mistake, but you can't take the action publicly until unless they leave the religion, they become kuffar, and that the things will be different. Then publicly you can reprimand and you can take the action. But here it's mentioned burhan, the word of the in that hadith, and it is mentioned that unless when they are doing prayer, then you shouldn't take the action. What does it mean? A difference between a mu'min and a kafir is what? Salah, prayer. So when we talk about people who are doing wrong things, we started condemning on social media. Do you think they will rectify their mistake? No, they will hate you. They will start saying the things, and they will become enemy to you. You are not rectifying, you are creating a revengeful thing in their personality, and you are raising their ego. You are not increasing their iman. We have to increase their iman. We have to rectify in such a manner that they hate that thing, not hating you. You understand? Publicizing the thing will not rectify the things. And we learn from different known scholars what they say. Sheikh bin Baz said, when something is going on wrong, take like the path in which you hate that thing which is wrong, but don't take the name of the file, don't take the name of the doer. Like it is haram, it's forbidden, but you can't publicize that thing, and the wrong thing is wrong, and you should hate that thing without taking the name. You have to tell them, like, example, some people think like in Friday khutbah we can take the name and publicize. Here we are talking about the Muslim leaders or Muslim people who are ruling, and they are doing incorrect things. You can't publicize them and humiliate them. That's the thing going on. We are not talking about non-Muslim. Here talking about the Muslim people who are doing incorrect things. For example, they are allowing dancing and fahisha things which are munkar, which are recognized wrong. وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. But tawaso wasiya, it doesn't mean you publicize and do the things, because that person has certain kind of authority, certain kind of roles and responsibility. What if you are thinking that you will replace that person? What will happen? Sometimes there will be no law and order. Without law and order, how the things will go on? That there will be a lot of turbulence in the country, there will be a lot of problems, and this is not the solution. The solution is one has to understand. So again, the thing is which different scholars talks about. Here we learn, Sheikh Albani says, you have to talk to them one to one. You should approach some knowledgeable people and tell them to go and talk one to one. And also, if not possible, send them letter or send them personal message or call them one to one, not publicizing that, and rectifying that mistake and acknowledging them that you are doing wrong. And that the hadith, like every person is a shepherd for their own family, so they are the shepherd for the flock, means for the whole country. So they should understand that. And you can't start doing the war or something until unless that person completely stop praying. If a person is praying, still you can't do that. You have to rectify that in such a manner the recognized wrong is gone. Till that time you have to try harder, and when you try harder, you should hate that thing which is recognized wrong. Allah's Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam always used to tell the things which is recognized wrong. You should hate that thing, not the person. And again, they were the things which were given the authority to Sahaba Ikram. When that moment of time also things were going wrong, they were said one to one, and they are asked to correct the things. And that's what we learn from different hadith and different narration, that what Salaf did. They did the nasiha, they asked to correct it. And also the authority, the person who is have the authority, they have to be said the things in a manner like they understand it in a better manner, not that saying the things which go in the wrong direction and more wrong. So of course one has to stop, one has to take the action, but not on the social media, not on publicizing the things, because he is not an ordinary person. It doesn't mean that okay, you are part of the government and he's offering something haram and you are saying okay, I'm doing the duty and you are having it. No, because you are responsible for yourself. It's recognized wrong is wrong, but stopping that in such a manner that wrong is gone and the right will come. So may Allah guide us all. Jazakallah khairan kaseer.